after the road trip?
I think just same lesson we kind of been learning just over the season. You got to put a full 40 minutes of a game. You have to come up with and play a complete game. I think both kind of games, either we had a bad first half and then played well the second half, had a better or a good first half, played bad in the second half. So just trying to find a way to play a full game.
With you as the lone senior and the rest of the guys coming through, how quickly do you feel like they've kind of picked up that element in terms of consistency, in terms of just overall play offensively and defensively, trying to get that complete game together for you?
I think we're starting to pick it up well, and we're starting to see how much more it means, especially coming down the stretch of conference and wanting to be finishing on top of the league and see how paramount it is that we have to continue to keep getting better. So I think it's coming up.
Do you think lessons like just that one extra possession against Colorado could have made the difference? Do you feel like those kind of lessons are really sinking in now?
Yeah, definitely. And the only way you learn them is by going through it. I think, especially like we talked about it earlier, they're all freshmen, so all of these situations are so new. So only way you learn is from experience. So I think that's the best way for us.
As you guys were kind of installing this switching defense in the offseason and early in the season, did you anticipate or did you see anything that made you think rebounding might be as big of an issue as it has been?
No, not at all. I think coming out, I mean, really early, we were like one of the leading rebounding teams in the country as far as offensive rebounding for us and then just overall rebounding. I think we just kind of lost sight of boxing out. I think that's been our main problem. We're relying too much on our athleticism instead of just the principle of hitting the man and then going and getting the ball. So I think once we get that back, the switching has never really killed us. I think two of our leading rebounders are guards on our team, so it's not about us being oversized, overmatched. It's about us not taking on that challenge of hitting the man and then going to get the ball first.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off that, there's the offensive rebounding issues, Ryan Anderson, Wesley Gordon. There's also Jacob Pertle, who's 11 for 12 against Utah. I mean, when you look at the wins that could have been, does it come down to just being more physical, just controlling the paint a little bit more than you guys are?
Yeah, definitely. I think as far as defensive-wise, just being sound, a couple more possessions, paying attention to a scout just a little bit more, all those defining moments in the game. Cause, I mean, besides the Arizona game there, we've been in every single game and had a chance to win every single game. So I think it's just about those little things, and then also offensively, just make sure we're taking care of the ball. We talked about good shot selection, making sure we allow other teams to play defense. We know that our up-tempo speed is where you want to play, but certain times in the game, we have to make sure that we're making them play defense.
So, just to clarify, when you guys are on defense, you said, I think paying attention was what you said. Is it a mental thing, or is it sometimes just a case of being more physical too?
I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes you can mentally check out of a game, and even while you're playing, just because of everything that's going on, you might be sidetracked by something else. I'm not saying that any of our guys are, but I'm just saying you just gotta pay attention a little bit more down the stretch. Just talking and communicating, those are all part of just paying attention. So if you're not communicating, then you're probably going on the scout or something.
Does this part of the season have a different feel to it than the first three you played in? I don't think you guys have really been in a position to pursue an at-large bid like you are this year, this late in the season. I'm just kind of wondering if it feels any differently for you or what.
It hasn't felt any different for me. I mean, every game I try to come out and do what I can to win. I think for these guys, they don't know any better. I think this is their first year playing. They just think it's another game coming up. I mean, the only thing that we can see is just ramping up our intensity in practice. I think that's been the biggest difference for us as far as in the first couple of practices compared to now. I mean, they've been a lot shorter, but the intensity is a lot higher.
I know you've had to deal with that situation where you're playing well, and now all of a sudden teams have scouted you, and you're having to adjust and make adjustments. With the freshmen, they're probably at that point now where guys have been able to scout Baby Boy and some of these other players. How do you feel like they've been able to handle those things?
Well, I mean, now it's been a point where each game someone else is stepping up. I think it's been a part of just relying on our teammates. I think that first half against Colorado, Matisse carried us a lot as well as Marquise. So I think the more people, Utah, Dominic Green stepped up big time. So I think the more people start to scout, more people try and focus on a group of guys, it gives opportunity for other guys who are capable to step up.
Is there just any one or two things about this Cal matchup that really jumps off to you?
They're an interesting team in the league. I think they're one of the better teams as far as just having players who can beat you off the dribble. players who are capable of making plays, players who aren't systematic guys. So it'll be challenging for us in that way, just keeping guys in front and knowing that if the play breaks down, it's about guarding them one-on-one.
And it appears as if they have talent everywhere. Is there one player that you can focus on? You know, do you focus on Tyrone, or do you focus on Ivan or Jalen or
Well, that's tough because right now they're all playing so well. I think the last game Tyrone didn't even start, and Sam Singer had a great game. So I don't think you can kind of keep pointing one guy for them. Kind of just all got to play them solid, and just really know their scout and what they like to do.
do you